And now movement here right away. Maybe a sign of things to come with this crowd. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Now Stafford. The completion to Riddick. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd and 10.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. Randy Gregory in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, here's Stafford. Going up top. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves them from a 3-and-out. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
Here we go.
Stafford now to throw. And a little floater there is incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Here's Stafford. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. Stafford on 1st down. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing again is Stafford. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Out to the flat for Riddick. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely got him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game, too. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed, as that's going to move the chains. A lot of attention paid this week in practice to red zone offense. The coach was optimistic about how it went. We'll see. Right back to him on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Lions take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
One thing rookies need to learn at this level, and quick, make a cut, be decisive, and go. Because in college, you could dance around and wait for a hole to open because you're probably a better athlete than most of the guys on the field, but not on the NFL level.
Now an Eastern Michigan man, Darius Jackson on the carry. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Get out. Here we go, 46. 4 down. 26.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he's got it to Hearns. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Dak finding the former Jag Hearns for the Dallas first down.
Gun. Here we go, 46.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, 47. Gun.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. Someone moved. Flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
On third down, that's Jackson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Dash on the option left. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
Here we go, 46. 26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete here.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try and hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down. A first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
Hey, 47. 26.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here we go, 47. 26.
Now a toss play. This is Scarborough. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches.
41's the will.
It's Scarborough again, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
It sounds like you're going negative on me.
I was.
It sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
And people say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
So out now come the Lions. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complementary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. Sean Lee, the Pro Bowler, there for the tackle. Here's Stafford now on second down.
They try to quick hitter in.
And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Randy Gregory in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Now Stafford. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. The Lions on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Stafford now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Completes it to Blount. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. The Lions on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Stafford. And that is incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. They stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
And out now come the Cowboys. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
No, check, Patriot! Patriot! Gun! Leopard!
Now it's the backup, Hackenberg. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Hackenberg now. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to air one out. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. Made us first. This now from 46 yards away. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
46.
A second down throw for Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. The Cowboys on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Prescott from the gun. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. First down, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. The Tavon Austin. And now it's second down.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here we go, 47. 26.
There's Scarborough on the toss. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Prescott from the gun on third. And it's caught by Parker. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Play action now, Prescott. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46. Here we go, 47. 26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. In for the score. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
On second down, here's Stafford. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The dump-off gets him only 1, and now you're looking at a 3rd down.
But it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
The Lions on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Here's Stafford. The completion to Riddick. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. And that one good for 16 yards and a first.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
And Blunt has it. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield and only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Right back to him on first down. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
On the ball, on the ball. Double right. Double, 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 set. 21.
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Touchdown, Detroit. Theo Riddick, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. They did what they had to do to start this third quarter, went down, got the touchdown to cut the lead, but the matching touchdown a moment ago, and we're right back where we started at halftime.
Yeah, you're exactly right, partner. They had a little bounce in their step after scoring that first touchdown, but the defense gave one up, and that's the problem right now. Can they get better play from their defense while they continue to score on offense?
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, fighting off the defender. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. They're not there through it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Able to slither by. Back now here on EA Sports as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. Oh, and now he Blount churning, but he can't get out of the end zone. It's a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt, and if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, odds would be gained from it.
Throwing, Prescott. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Ahmad Brooks. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
After the interception, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Stafford now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Randy Gregory in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
10.
To throw on second down. Stafford, he finds Riddick, complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Hey, go here!
Out of the gun, Stafford. Throwing deep for Galladay. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers getting together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game, his 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser.
Tavon Austin, he's going to go. The 30, 10, touchdown, Cowboys. Tavon Austin with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Cowboys have cut it to within a score. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
It's coming now. Hey, go to 54. Go to 54. Why? Hey, we're going right there. We're going right there.
They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will get into the end zone to shave 2 more points off the deficit. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he's able to bat it away.
Throwing on third down, Stafford. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cowboys will take over here at the 20. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go, 46.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And over the middle, this is Parker. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Hey, Sweat. Hey. Here we go, 47. Here we go, get that. Let's go, get out.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down. Prescott now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Prescott on 1st down. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
46. 46. Gun. 26.
Prescott now on second down. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. It's the 2014 NFL interception leader, Glover Quinn.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Now a carry for Blunt. And now running right through it. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Now it's Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Now Blunt. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Again, here's Blunt. And able to work his way down to the 16. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts this down to a 3rd and about 5. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Here's Blunt. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, and with that 13 yards, this ball game just about over.
And that's a tired defense out on the field right now. They desperately need a stop to get the ball back to their offense, but they're having trouble getting that done. Another gut-wrenching run right there.
They come out here in the eye. They'll go to Blunt, try to pound it in. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. They'll run it here with Blunt. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
A road win in the next.
you hear me